There is no off-season for U.S. soybean farmers. Their year-round commitment helps ensure that America's fields and the families around the world benefiting from those fields are in good hands. Farmers are reducing their carbon footprint by cutting back on, or even eliminating, tillage. This keeps organic matter in the soil and can reduce tractor passes through the field. And instead of leaving the soil barren over the winter, farmers are using cover crops to capture carbon dioxide in the soil. U.S. farmland is in good hands with U.S. soybean farmers, who protect and preserve the soil by using conservation tillage, a practice that leaves at least 30% of the plant residue on the field following harvest. Less tillage contributes to healthier soil, full of organic matter that in turn helps produce higher yields per hectare of land. Plus, less trips through the field reduces fuel use and emissions. Cover cropping is just one more way U.S. soybean farmers are working every day to protect and enhance our planet's soil and water resources. In a cover crop system, crops like rye, oats, clover, and turnips are planted after the soybean harvest is complete to enhance organic matter, reduce weeds, and reduce erosion. U.S. soybean farmers take a holistic approach to protecting the health of their crops. Using sustainable, science-based farming practices like field scouting, GPS technology, plant breeding innovation, and biotechnology help ensure optimal crop health. Protecting pollinators protects our food systems, since 80% of global crops rely on pollination to survive. Farmers work diligently to protect natural pollinator habitats by planting new habitats and closely following pesticide labels to minimize the chances of impacting pollinators. U.S. soybean farmers are using proven, precision technology to practice sustainable production, reduce costs, and improve yield. GPS systems help farmers increase efficiency in the field. Soil moisture sensors help ensure proper water usage. And variable rate technology enables precision application of crop inputs exactly where they're needed. These are just a few ways that U.S. soybean farmers can produce more with fewer resources. When the harvest is over for U.S. soybean farmers, their work is just beginning. Soon, they'll begin post-harvest planning to optimize productivity and sustainability for the next growing season. They'll analyze recent crop performance data, study soil samples, evaluate their equipment, conduct research, make detailed plans for future plantings, and so much more. U.S. soybean farmers know that water is a precious resource that must be protected and preserved. Being responsible stewards of water helps ensure it's being used efficiently while preventing soil erosion and retaining crop nutrients. Vegetation buffers, natural grasses, and terraces are proven and effective ways to manage the movement of water and help produce the world's most sustainable soybeans.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Yes, how's everyone doing today? Baik, great. Okay, so hello everyone and welcome to At America. We are the U.S. Embassy's American Center. First and foremost, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Genara Yusuf, or you can call me Ara, and I will be the MC for today's event. And for those of you new here, At America is the U.S. Embassy's American Center, and our mission here is to provide a space for people to learn more about the United States through our events and also our programs. And before we start, I would like to welcome our delegates from the USDA Trade Mission Delegation. Welcome, delegates. Yes, thank you so much for coming, and I also would like to greet our beloved friends from Universitas Sahid. Hi, everyone. Yes, thank you so much as well for coming to At America. And ladies and gentlemen, our event for today is titled U.S. Soybeans Powering Healthy Meals, in which today we are going to discover how U.S. soybeans can deliver affordable, nutritious, and also appealing protein for everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to have a talk show and also a cooking demo, which will be delivered by our wonderful speakers that are already joining us today. And before we start our main event for today, we are going to hear several opening remarks. And the first opening remarks for today will be delivered by the Agricultural Attache of the U.S. Embassy, Jakarta. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kristi Schammel.
Hello, selamat siang. Selamat datang and welcome everyone to the U.S. Soy Showcase, U.S. Soybeans Powering Healthy Meals. My name is Kristi Schammel. I'm the Agricultural Attache based out of the U.S. Embassy here in Jakarta. Very excited to see you all here today in celebration of U.S. soybeans so we can see the versatility and the tastiness that is U.S. soybeans. So I hope you're all ready to try some of the samples later. But before I get too into it, I'd like to acknowledge a few of our guests here today. We're going to be greeting the head of the National Nutrition Agency, Pak Dadan, and also Pak Tigorn momentarily. So looking forward to that. We also have Pak Jim Sutter, from the CEO of the U.S. Soybean Export Council. Of course, we have the members of our USDA ATM Agribusiness Trade Mission. Glad you all made it today through the traffic. And of course, our chef, who will be doing demonstrations later, all of our distinguished speakers, and of course, all of you, our guests. Thank you for coming and participating in this event today. So we are here to celebrate the development of healthy, flavorful, and visually appealing recipes that are also cost-effective and showcasing the versatility of soybeans. Tempeh and tofu are long staples of Indonesian cuisine and providing affordable and accessible protein for millions. So today we're going to highlight how it can be tasty and importantly kid-improved with the goal of potentially including in the free nutritious meal program. So through today's cooking demonstrations and the talk show, where we will have one of our ATM Trade Mission delegates, Ryan Frieders, a soybean farmer from Illinois, and he'll be telling his story as well. So hopefully you can see the whole story of U.S. soybeans, the sustainability that comes when you see U.S. soybeans, and also the deliciousness that they can provide. So thank you for being here. I look forward to trying the tempeh and the tofu and the soy milk myself, and I hope you all do as well. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much to Ibu Kristi Schammel for the very wonderful and insightful opening remarks. Next, we are also going to hear an opening remark from the CEO of U.S. Soybean Export Council. Please welcome Jim Sutter.
Selamat siang. Apa kabar? Terima kasih. Or kababai. Anyway, terima kasih. Thank you. So, as you heard, I'm Jim Sutter, CEO of the U.S. Soybean Export Council, and on behalf of the 500,000 farmers and the 125 member organizations that our USSEC represents, let me welcome you all here. It is great to be here with you. This At America facility, what a fun place. I've never been here before, so it really is interesting. I understand they have about 45 events here a week, so if this is your first time to be here, sounds like you might have plenty more opportunities to come back if you wanted to, and who knows what you'd learn if you did. So today, we are going to talk about soy foods. So I'd like to start by recognizing Indonesia's soy food producers, who for many years have used U.S. soybeans to produce tempeh, tofu, soy milk, and that are part of daily diets of millions and millions of Indonesians. And I know tempeh is something that people here are extremely familiar with, but I know they are also, tempeh is kind of gaining market share in other markets around the world, and so more people are getting to try tempeh. Personally, I really like it, and I know that in the United States, we're now able to buy tempeh. Some of it is imported from Indonesia. I think some of it uses technology developed here to be able to produce it, but it really is an Indonesian product, and I think about it as experts in Indonesia innovating and utilizing U.S. soy and turning it into a really healthy and tasty snack. You know, the relationship between U.S. soy and Indonesia, soy food producers working on tempeh and those other products, has been going on for 4 decades or 40 years. And I think that's really something. When you stop and think about 40 years of working together and all of the progress that's been made, it really shows what you can do if you trust one another and build up a relationship. Because it didn't start out being what it is today. I'm sure there were a lot of things we had to learn together to begin with. We had to, for the U.S. soy farmers, investments that have been made here, they had to learn what tempeh was. For the tempeh producers, they had to learn about U.S. soy and how they could trust the supply chain coming all the way from the fields that you got to see. So I think that 40 years has really helped us develop a great relationship. As I kind of make my comments, I would like to congratulate President Prabowo on his program. I think it's a very insightful and visionary program to improve the diets, the lunch programs for students and many other people here in Indonesia. And I think that is an excellent way to try and improve the nutrition of people who maybe are missing some things in their diet. You know, protein is extremely important for people, but sometimes we don't think about needing protein as that ingredient in our diet. We concentrate on carbohydrates and don't have as much protein as we should have. But I think soy foods are an excellent way to get an affordable, nutritious food product into diets. So it's great to see the program going on that's happening. Sustainably produced U.S. soybeans, and you'll hear from Ryan Frieders later, and you saw some pictures about how our farmers do such a great job producing soybeans in a sustainable way. But they are a key ingredient in the soy food products that are produced here in Indonesia, providing a high-quality protein in a sustainable way that allows the consumers to know that they're consuming something that's healthy, that hasn't had a negative impact on the environment as this has happened. So I'd like to thank the organizers. I'd really like to thank all of you that are here. And I know many of you are probably students or are working, building up your career in either nutrition or food preparation, that kind of thing. And I'd like to congratulate you all on taking the time to be here to learn, because I think that's one of the things we all need to make sure we take time in our lives to do, is learn new things. So hopefully today we will all learn something new, and at the same time we'll get to taste something delicious made with U.S. soy through the innovation of Indonesian chefs. So thank you all for being here.
Yes, thank you so much, Pak Jim Sutter, for the very wonderful opening remarks. And everyone, next we are going to hear another opening remarks that will be delivered by the deputy from the National Nutrition Agency of Indonesia, or BGN. Please welcome Bapak Tigor Pangaribuan.
Right, thank you very much, Ibu MC. And I apologize for a bit late to come to these occasions. The regard from Pak Kabadan, I sent it to you. So here I think will be coming also during the talking session later on. All right, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ya, Shalom, salam sejahtera, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan untuk kita semua. So for all friends from USDA, so you know that we are in Indonesia, yeah, have the routine, or I will say that's kind of like our religious ways, yeah, that we have to give greetings in our Indonesian ways, that we actually recognize all of the religions that we have in Indonesia. All right, my name is Tigor Pangaribuan. I am the Deputy of System and Governance in Badan Gizi Nasional. And also one of the deputy that working together with the head of the NNA, that designing the standard of the menu, the standard of the nutritions, right? Yeah, here dari BGN, yeah. How many of you here that came from BGN? How many? Raise your hand. So yeah, give a round of applause to them. So they are all the people that working with BGN. They're actually trying to execute all the decision, all the policy that we made, Mr. James. And also that's toward tempeh. Most of them, yeah, if they are the head of the central kitchen, and also the nutritionist in that kitchen, so they are the one that decide actually what are the composition of the menu that to be given during that day or day by day to the beneficiaries. And as you know, we in BGN, we said that at the moment we already delivered like 60 million portion of food every day, portion of meals every day. We are having 22,000 central kitchen that already operating at the moment all over Indonesia. And for sure, we say that the standard of the nutrition for the meals is we have to have at least the carbohydrate. Yeah, that's what we call as a balanced food. So we have to have carbohydrate in that tray, yeah. And then also we have to have the vegetables and then fruits. And we mentioned also that we have to have also the protein that come from what we call it flora, yeah. We call it nabati, yeah. And then also we have to have also protein that come from meat. Yeah, so that's why we said in that tray, now in the system and in the system and also governance and the technical guidance that we prepare, all of the central kitchens has to try as much as possible that they provide those composition of food. So included there, the main sources of a nabati protein in Indonesia is actually tempeh and tahu, tofu and tempeh. So that's the main sources of the nabati protein. Yeah, and you know, because of that, then I heard the news that because of that, the entrepreneur that having the business in tofu and tempeh having double of income because of that policy. Yeah? So I'm not really sure how much that will impact the import of soybean from United States to Indonesia. But for sure, that's already giving impact to the increase of the demand for soybean, the demand for tofu, and also tempeh for the program. And we hope also to the future that this program will increase the relationship between Indonesia and United States because of tempeh, right? And then also because of the soybean. Yeah, let's give a round of applause for that. Because to some extent, people sometimes, yeah, in Indonesia, even the Indonesian people sometimes, they're actually a bit negative talking about tempeh. And they said, well, if someone in Indonesia not really doing well, and then we say, dasar lu manusia tempe gitu. So we said, yeah. But you know what? We have to change that. Yeah, we have to change that. We have to say, if you eat a lot of protein and that came from vegetables, came from the vegetation, yeah, it has to be very good to you because the level of cholesterol is lower, right? And then the level of actually a good cholesterol is better there compared to the one from the wheat or hewani, we call it here. So that's why we hope that this program will improve our understanding toward the availability of sources for soybean, both in Indonesia and also in the United States, and how this can improve the menu that we have in Makan Bergizi Gratis, the free meals program in Indonesia. Thank you very much, and we're looking forward to a more constructive relationship between the two countries. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Pak Tigor, for the very wonderful opening remarks. And ladies and gentlemen, we will soon begin our discussion for today. And to lead and also navigate our discussion for today, we are already joined by our very lovely and brilliant moderator. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jasmine Rachmadi.
Thank you so much, Ara, for the warm welcome. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Jasmine Rachmadi, and I'm going to be the moderator for today's discussion titled Soybeans for the Nation's Nutrition. Give it a round of applause, please. Before we start the discussion, I would like to ask to you, siapa di sini yang suka makan tempe? Who likes to eat tempe here? Also tahu. Tahu is also applicable. Tim tahu apa tim tempe nih di sini? Both. I also love both, to be honest. And I relate to you guys because even when I studied abroad, I just recently studied abroad in Australia, the first thing that I was looking for there was, where can I buy tempeh? Because, you know, like it's a very delicious and nutritious and also affordable food. So it suits us as mahasiswa ya, cocok untuk kantong mahasiswa. But of course, I'm not going to be alone today for this very interesting talk show. I would like to invite several speakers that, of course, going to make sure that today's talk show is going to be interesting and insightful. The first one is Mr. Ryan Frieders as U.S. soybean farmer. Give it a round of applause, please. We'll talk about how farming works in the United States and how soybean becomes one of the most important crops, of course, in the United States. And for the second speaker, I bet he looks familiar to you guys. You've seen him on TV before. I'm going to invite Chef Degan as guest chef and culinary ambassador. Give it a round of applause, please.
How are you doing?
Okay, this is getting exciting. And for the third speaker, I'm going to invite Dr. Dadi Maskar as USSEC Indonesia Food Program representative.
How are you doing?
Last but not least, I'm going to invite our last speaker, Bapak Khoirul Anwar as nutritionist, expert on local food nutrition. Give it a round of applause. Okay, without further ado, we're gonna start this very interesting, short but fruitful discussion. With the very first speaker, I would like to start with Mr. Ryan Frieders as the U.S. soybean farmer. Hi, Mr. Ryan Frieders, how are you today?
Good afternoon, I'm very well, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Maybe one thing that the audience is curious right now, how is actually farming activity for soybeans in the US right now, and how do you make sure that it is sustainable?
Sure, so farming sustainably is very, very important to me. I am the 7th generation farmer on our land in Illinois near Chicago. To me, growing up on our family farm, working with my grandfather, working with my father, with my mother out in the fields, making sure that that opportunity is provided to my children is my top priority. Some of the ways that I accomplish making sure that opportunity happens and giving them the opportunity to farm is to farm sustainably. And sustainably, to me, means taking care of the resources that I've been blessed to have in my life. The soil that we have is some of the best soils in the world, believe it or not. Illinois has some of the best soils to grow crops in the world. And on top of that, we have the perfect climate for growing crops as well. So we have adequate sunshine, we have adequate rainfall, we have adequate heat during the summer. And my job as a farmer is to make sure that I don't mess any of that up. So I want to protect the water in my area that my children swim in during the summer in the creeks. I want to protect the soil and make sure that it doesn't float away in my farm during a rainstorm. So to do that, I use conservation tillage practices that were shown in the video earlier. I also can do other things on the farm like plant cover crops, which we started doing the last few years. As you can see on the map, that's where home is, right in the center of America. And it's important to me to live in that location because from there I can ship the products that I grow sustainably anywhere in the world, even all the way here to Indonesia. We've got a great river system in the United States and also adequate railroads and highways to transport our products everywhere.
So can you say that soybean is one of the most important crops produced in the United States?
Soybeans are by far the most important agricultural export of the United States. And we have been growing soybeans on our farm for almost 50 years. So soybean growth started with my grandfather, and then my father, and now myself.
Amazing. Give it a round of applause. Okay, so now we're gonna talk with our second speaker, Chef Degan. How are you today, Chef Degan?
Very well. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, one thing that we're curious, Chef, because we know that soybeans are usually made, consumed as tempeh, tahu in
Yeah.
Indonesia.
Yeah.
But to make sure that the young generation wants to consume soybeans, how do we make it more exciting?
Yeah, that's actually a big challenge. Tempeh is actually very known everywhere in Indonesia, and it's a main staple. Everybody eats it, but it's usually only prepared. Most of the time, it's only fried, right? And everybody likes it fried. But actually, like Ryan said earlier, his responsibility is to produce a very good quality of soybean, right? The same thing, me as chefs, my responsibility is actually to produce really good food. Really good food means also the preparation methods to how to make the food, and at the end, how it's been served to somebody who will eat the dish, right? It has to be exciting, eye-catching, it has to taste good, it smells good, all the things we want to have in a dish, right? And that also we have to do when we cook tempeh or when we process tempeh, right? You will see later, I will do some demonstration that there are more than just one cooking method that you can apply to tempeh. And yes, sometimes it takes a little bit of an effort, right? But the result is very nice, actually. Yeah? And the problem, I mean, not the problem, I think the challenges of our chefs, especially when you prepare tempeh, how to make tempeh interesting, how to make it maybe these days very much attractive for young people as well, because mostly tempeh, it's mostly eaten not in the city, but more in the countryside, right? And usually you don't have much protein, but tempeh is always on your menu, right? Tempeh or tahu, yeah, is always on your menu. But how can you make this more interesting, becoming a day-to-day thing that people want to go? And I think that's the challenge. From the shape, from the way it looks, from the way it's been cooked, from the way it's been presented, that's all very important when you, in any dish, I think, but especially tempeh, because tempeh is actually a challenge. And I think it's also a bit of underrated. Sometimes I think that people underestimate tempeh, I've done many cooking demonstrations abroad, not only in Indonesia. I mean, Indonesia, we all know tempeh, right? But the moment you do tempeh dishes or soybean, any other soybean like tofu or tempeh dishes abroad, especially when you have like events where you have a lot of vegetarians, right? It becomes right away the thing, right? The star of all the dishes, because you can make, I mean, Indonesia has already so many different tempeh and tahu dishes in our selections, actually.
Yeah.
Naturally.
And a
yeah.
very interesting takeaway, I think, is the fact that soybeans can also replace meats for
Exactly,
vegetarians,
exactly,
right?
Exactly. I will challenge any one of you, try to eat 1 week just tempeh or tofu, right? I am a very big meat lover, but sometimes when you get older, you want to reduce too much of protein, meat protein. You try with fish first, then you do chicken, and then you reduce it, right? And I've done it with tempeh and tahu, right? For the whole week, I only eat tempeh and tahu for the 5 days, and then the weekend I allow myself to have some steak or something, right? But I tell you, once you do that, you don't really crave too much for meat, because it's really fulfilling, depending also how you prepare it. It's also important, and that's something in this generation with all the things that you have on YouTube and everything, you can always find a lot of creative ways to make tempeh or to cook tempeh and tofu, right? So yeah, you should
I
try.
think that's very interesting. As you get older, maybe soybeans can be like one of the choices that we can consume because it's a healthier option compared to meat.
Yeah.
Who's excited to see the cooking demo for today? I am excited. I would love to try. But before that, we're gonna ask Pak Dadi Maskar. So how does actually USSEC Indonesia support soybeans production and also the agricultural activity in Indonesia?
Okay, so our program in Indonesia is to promote the use of US soy for human consumption for food program. So what we do is to help the tempeh industry, tofu industry, as well as soy milk industry. As Chef Degan mentioned, the main challenge of the tempeh and tofu industry is because it is part of our daily life, not only diet, but part of our Indonesian daily life. So most people take it for granted. So our program is first to educate the tempeh and tofu producer to do better production, especially in terms on food safety and hygiene. And then also we put a lot of effort to education to educate the goodness of tempeh, because tempeh is a superfood. What makes it great is because of the fermentation process. Yeah, it make the nutrient content on soybean, which is already good, even better because of the fermentation process. Yeah, it has a higher bioavailability, so our body is absorb better when we consume tempeh. And don't forget also other non-nutrient component on tempeh, isoflavone. It is very powerful antioxidant. Yeah.
I think this is gonna fit our next speaker as well, Pak Khoirul, as a nutritionist, of course. So from the nutritionist perspective, we would love to know how important is the protein intake that comes from soybeans for our daily nutrition.
Yeah, thank you. The first one, we can mention that the best plant protein is soybean. The best, yeah, the best one. So if you want to know about the nutrient content, you will get so many nutrient. For example, protein and so many amino acid and anything that you get from soybean. And in nutrition, for example, for MBG, yeah, I think in menu of MBG also using tempeh, right? Yeah. How many in 1 week? How many days? 2 days or 3 days?
Does anyone know? Maybe around 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the good example how to use the soybean actually usually from tempeh and also tofu ya, tempeh and tofu ya in MBG menu ya. And the preference of the target MBG program is also how about the preference of the school children, like or dislike the menu of tempeh?
Depends on how you cook it.
Oh, depend on the menu ya.
Depends on the menu, yeah.
Okay, and the second one, we have tempeh is just not about the food, because the tempeh we have also the culture of tempeh.
It becomes a part of our culture,
Yeah,
actually.
part of
yeah,
culture.
yeah.
And we have like Indonesian Tempeh Forum, Forum Tempeh Indonesia, Mr. Rido, and also USEC and Yami. We already promoting the culture of tempeh, the part of our daily life in every day. I think we eat the tempeh, and also how to promoting tempeh to young children, because in the culture aspect we need to transmission the tempeh culture.
So it's not only eaten by us, the
Yeah.
older generation,
Yeah.
but also by the younger generation
Yeah.
as well, to make sure that they love it
Yeah.
as much as we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the soybean is the best one, and we can make it with tempeh or tofu in Indonesian type of diet. Yeah.
Okay, back to Mr. Ryan Frieders. So, as we know that Indonesians, we love tempeh, and many of our soybeans actually come from the United States. So, how do you think is the partnership between Indonesia and the United States for this context, and how important it is?
Yes, so obviously, as a soybean grower myself, I'm proud to grow the highest quality, most nutritious soybeans on the planet. And it brings me great joy to my heart knowing that the products that I grow on my farm can come all the way across the world here where I am today, who would have thought, across the globe with my family at home, and become a product that is so much a part of your culture. I've learned in the last few days how tempeh is not just a product on a shelf. It is your heritage, it is your family, it is getting together and sharing a meal, but not only sharing a meal, but also getting the protein power of soybeans. And as Dadi said, the nutritious vitamins, minerals. And so tempeh is really important to me as a soybean farmer. But most importantly, to me as a person, tempeh is a way of me being a part of your lives, making people's lives better, making people more healthy. And that's what's most important to me.
That's amazing. Give it a round of applause. To make sure that we eat healthier food in Indonesia.
Yes,
That's amazing.
yes.
Yeah. Chef Degan, what about your role as a chef to promote soybeans in Indonesia? How important is it?
Yeah, it's very important, especially me as an Indonesian, right? But let me. I want to compliment you because why? Because last year I had the chance to go to the U.S. to Indiana to visit soybean farmers, and I was very much taken by the passion all these farmers had in their product, and wow, and it's a.
Which state was that again?
We are in Indiana. I
Oh,
was in
Indiana,
Indiana, just not
okay.
far away from, I guess, where you are, right?
Neighboring state.
Exactly.
Very close.
And the passion, and like you said, it's from generation to generation. And not only the farm itself, but the family, the cousins, everybody was really very much involved into this. And the passion they put into the crops itself. And I seen a connection because that's the passion where we have as chefs, how we want the food to be, and we want to have the best products, right? And but when I was there, I was thinking, I never knew how. I mean, in Indonesia, you just have the tempeh, and I work with it, and that's it, right? I know the tempeh, I know good products of tempeh, I work with it, and that's it. But I never thought of how much passion and how much work is there that has been put into this product, right? And I only saw this when I went there last year, and I was thinking, you see, when I as a chef see this, maybe we need to have more farmers coming here to see what we do with their product. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because we have all these tempeh dishes and all these things, and this is actually a part that, like you said, you are part of what we actually cook and do here, right? And I think it's a very good connection, and I see this connection because both sides give so much passion into a thing that they believe in, and they want just the best out of it, and they want everybody to enjoy the best out of it, right? And for me as a chef, like you said, it is very important for me to besides bringing Indonesian dishes, tempeh dishes to the world, but also to teach the younger generation that tempeh can be enjoyed in many different ways, right? You see in outside products, you have tempeh crackers, you have tempeh, different types you can do with tempeh. And for example, tempeh crackers, what can you do with tempeh crackers? So many different things, right? As a snack, as even a garnish for a main dish. I use tempeh cracker for fine dining dishes, right? Indonesian fine dining dishes, we use tempeh crackers. And 2 years ago, I was cooking with the ambassador, the U.S. ambassador here. We cook tempeh dishes, right? And you see, you can do so many different things, and it opens people's eyes. Again, we take it for granted, and I think the young generation, they need to understand that this is a really, really good and really good and healthy staple that we have. And of course, we might need to do a lot of campaigns to win their hearts and for people to understand, like all other countries do when they have their own products, right? I think tempeh is, I hope tempeh will be in the next future the thing to be talked about.
I hope tempeh will be the next thing we talk about. Give it a round of applause. And I think it's interesting that one thing that we share in common, Indonesians and Americans, is that we're very passionate about food, as you mentioned before. It's a very interesting thing to notice as well. Dr. Dadi, so what do you think is the biggest challenge in maintaining food security in Indonesia in terms of soybeans?
Okay, so we, for the tempeh industry, as I mentioned, it is belong to small medium cottage industry. So the main challenge of this industry is on the food safety, and that's why we at USSEC we put a lot of effort on program to improve the tempeh industry in Indonesia. So we help in establishing the Rumah Tempeh Indonesia. It is a pilot production for tempeh. So the tempeh cottage, the tempeh producer can learn how to produce tempeh in a proper way. And then also, as Chef Degan mentioned, there is a worries among us that this tempeh producer is not able to transmit the industry to the younger generation, because the younger generation, when they see how the tempeh in traditional way produced, they are not interested to that business. That's why we put a lot of effort to educate, to improve the image of tempeh. The fact that tempeh industry has so many opportunity. One of our champion tempeh producer, if I may mention the name, Tempeh Azaki, they already export tempeh product to many countries. So we hope there are more other champion on the tempeh industry in Indonesia.
So it's more known in the world.
Yeah.
It's known by the whole wide world.
Yes.
Okay, Pak Khoirul. Okay, so we know that in Indonesia we have like several health issues like malnutrition, stunting, that is sadly faced by the younger generation in Indonesia. So do you think that soybeans can tackle these issues in our country?
Yeah, thank you. The first one, the malnutrition, we can tackle about the how to optimization the nutrient intake. Yeah, for example, using MBK or anything program like supplementation and anything. So the soybean is the one of the food that have so many nutrients. So we can make it soybean like tempeh, and in tempeh we also get like iron. So iron, the some research shows that the iron of tempeh can improving the hemoglobin level, so can decreasing the anemia presentation in, I think, in adolescents. So and the second one, we have like vitamin B12 in tempeh that improve the intake of vitamin and anything like a peptide and bioactive compound from tempeh to improve the nutrient intake for the Indonesian people. So soybean is the part of the important thing to improve the nutrient intake, but just one food. So we cannot get the benefit of health and tackle the malnutrition from one food. So we need to diversification about a lot of food sources in Indonesia.
Diversification is also important.
Thank you.
Okay, we're running out of time, but before we close this talk show, a very interesting talk show, I would like to give an opportunity for the audience who would like to ask questions for our speakers today. Okay, Maybe I'd like to take two questions because of our limited time. You, the first one, and the second one, please. Okay, over there. Okay, please mention your name. Where do you come from? What do you represent? And which speaker do you like to ask?
I would like to introduce myself. My name is Vandara Tianoval. I am a nutritionist student from Universitas Sahid. I think this is a question for Pak Dadi. As my question is, how do you plan to promote tempeh, the food and the culture, to our future generations? And do you see promoting tempeh to the world or even US can actually have a feedback to us as how Indonesian youngsters may look at the Western culture as the future or the compass? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Maybe Pak Dadi can answer right away.
Okay, this is really good question. So how to pass this goodness of tempeh, to promote the goodness of tempeh to the young generation? So as Pak Khoirul mentioned, since 2012, we the tempeh stakeholder in Indonesia has been working hard to propose tempeh as intangible cultural heritage to the UNESCO. Thankfully, this year, the government of Indonesia officially submit tempeh as World Intangible Heritage to UNESCO. Close. So, with this recognition, we do hope that the impact will be as big as batik. Imagine in the past, the use of batik is very limited. You go to the party, you wear batik. During my generation, I feel same if I wear batik to the campus, but not now. Everyone is proud with batik as a national heritage. So we want have the same effect on tempeh when it is recognized as one of the world intangible heritage originated from Indonesia. So this is our task to disseminate this, especially to the young generation, how to build the proudness of tempeh. We also have a program called Tempeh Land. USSEC also support on this. So this program is really to educate on tempeh targeted to the young generation. So our aim is really to build the proudness of tempeh among young generation.
Can I add something on this?
Yes,
Yeah?
please.
I think that's a very good question, but I think you should ask yourself, the young generation, what would you do? What would you want to do with tempeh? You know, in the time of TikTok, in the time of YouTube, in the time of all this, I see so many, I mean, a third or almost half of the content of TikTok is food, right? And we as Indonesian, what can we do? Tempeh, let's do all. Everybody does a tempeh dish, you know? Put it on TikTok, put it out. Have everybody try it, have everybody taste it, have everybody comment about it, how good it is, how nutritious it is. The celebrities, everybody, you know? Once it does become like a campaign, which you can start yourself actually, right? And I guess the younger generation are much better with all these digital things that we in my generation, right? But saying that, I think it's all in our hand how we want to do this. I mean, you can do this. You can start tomorrow actually, you know? That's how I would see it. That's the fastest way to do it. No.
Take it as a challenge. Start tomorrow.
Hashtag tempeh.
Yeah.
Hashtag
So
tempeh.
we have the slogan actually, tempeh from Indonesia for the world. Yeah.
That's
Ooh,
nice.
from
That's
Indonesia
nice.
to the
That's nice.
world. And I think it's so amazing that we're gonna register tempeh as one of our intangible heritage as well. So hopefully tempeh will be known by the whole wide world, just like we know batik, just like we know wayang, just like we recognize jamu.
Yes.
Hopefully we also recognize tempeh in the future as well. Okay, for the second question.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. My name is Nidi Sabrina. I'm working in Nutrition National Agency. So my role now is a field coordinator in Tangerang Selatan. So my first question maybe goes to Mr. Ryan. So my question that I hear that there are two types of soybeans. GMO. The first one is genetically modified organism and non-GMO. So I just curious what kind of the soybean that America provide or over to us, and then what's the difference and the maybe the pros and cons about that. And for the second one, maybe because we always serve a soybean product every day in this free meals program. It's maybe one day we can receive around 800 kilos for tempeh a day. And then sometimes I receive the tempeh with, it's not fully fermented yet. And then we decide to put it into a cold storage room, and tomorrow it becomes browning. So maybe for Chef Degan, I also want to ask that how we can identify that the tempeh, the browning process is the normal process, or maybe it's a sign that that not longer safe to us to consume. Maybe that's all. And maybe we also want to, we look forward if there are any training for us for tempeh, so we can cook tempeh more delicious and enjoyable. Thank
More
you.
enjoyable. Thank you so much. For Pak Ryan and Chef Degan, because of our limited time, maybe you can give like short and concise answers. Thank you.
Sure, I can answer. GMO versus non-GMO is a very long question, but I can explain it as simply as I believe in education, and so I spent a lot of time going to college and earning a master's degree in crop science, crop production from the University of Illinois, and trying to make sure that our farm is growing the plant that is best for how science and how the university had taught me. Growing up when I was a child, we did not have GMO crops, and through college, GMO was invented and has now been implemented on our farm. And the reason we use GMO crops on our farm is because they provide a very, very bountiful harvest of soybeans, which is important, but at the same time, they lower our use of pesticides on the farm. So we're applying less pesticides, we're producing crops more safely, and the genetically modified changes to the plants are done in a very scientific way that is very, very safe and perfectly fine for everyone to consume. I consume them myself every day, and I feel better knowing that I'm growing these beans using less chemicals in the process.
And Chef Degan, is there any training that we can participate if we want to cook better for soybean?
I think if you want to have a training with the fermentation of tempeh, you better go to someone who does that, you know. But anyway, my take on that is, obviously when you receive tempeh, that half of it it's very ripe, the other one is not fermented yet. That's an issue of quality control, I would say, right? That is something where you have to tackle that. When you have things like that, you should talk to your suppliers. You should talk to the people that supplies you the tempeh, and then show them that, because this is not only tempeh. This is in any ingredients that you buy. That's from my experience. Whether I buy meats, whether I buy vegetables, anything, you need to control it. If it doesn't come the way you would like to have it, and then you need to speak up, right? You need to speak up. You need to, I think, when you do business, you want to know how your customers react to your products, right? And then you speak up, you discuss this, and then you fix it. And if they tell you it is safe enough to put it to ferment it yourself, then you might do so with a guideline. But if you don't get any guidelines, you better send it back and ask for the product to be exchanged for another one. That's my take on it. Yeah. So,
okay, thank you very much, Chef Degan. That sadly wraps up our discussion for today. Give it a round of applause for all our speakers. We're gonna move on to our next session, which is the cooking demo. I know you guys are excited about that. So Chef Degan can stay on stage, but for Pak Ryan Feeders, Dr. Dadi Maskar, and Pak Khoirul Anwar, thank you very much. But before that, let's have a photo session first on stage. Thank you very much. Chef Degan, the floor is yours. So, maybe you can like talk through a little bit, Chef. Like, what are we gonna do today? What menu are we going to make? Can someone help with the mic?
Satu? Okay. Okay, we have today actually 3 dishes that we prepare for you. And this is in coordinates to the food program, the children's food program that we have. I was challenged to make a tempeh dish that is different to just tempeh goreng. Yeah. So we have 3 dishes. One is we call it bakwan tempeh kukus. Yeah. It's basically like bakwan tempeh, but instead of frying it, we basically steam it. We steam it, right? It's tempeh, steamed tempeh in English.
Interesting, because when we remember, we can recall bakwan, of course, we think of it as a fried dish,
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
But this one is steamed.
That's steamed. You don't have to
it's the
do.
first time.
You don't have to do it that way. You
Yeah.
can. That's the innovative things in cooking. You can do whatever you want. You can change it. If it's good, it tastes good. Why not continuing it, right? So yeah, this is actually about one that is steamed, actually, not fried.
What
And-
ingredients do you need for this
Okay.
bakwan?
Let me go to all the dishes and I'll tell you the ingredients, right? And then the second one is tempeh bacem satay. Yeah. So basically, it's tempeh. We braise the tempeh and then we skewer it and then we pan sear it, or you can grill it actually, because I cannot grill here, so I do it pan seared, right? And then the third one, it's fried. But why fried? Because you have to have a fried component somehow, right? And
Yes,
then
Indonesians love fried.
exactly. And then because it's for children, we make a tempeh nugget. So it's like a chicken nugget, but it's tempeh. Yeah. So one thing what you need to know is to understand tempeh has a certain taste and flavor, right? To get tempeh tasting interesting and good, usually you fry it. You have to somehow fry it to bring the flavor out of tempeh, right? Now you can do it 2 ways. You can fry it, you deep fry it like it's mostly done, or you very quickly you shallow fry it, right? Just to basically get the flavor out of the tempeh, right? So in all these dishes, we had to fry it very shallow fry it, very quick. We shallow fry it, right? I will not do the entire what do you call it process, but I will explain it to you. Then we have kukusnya dimasukin
So
dulu
we're
sini.
making the first
Yeah.
dish.
So what we do first is we will do the
bakwan.
the bakwan, exactly the bakwan. So I have here tempeh basically, which we had already here, like you see here. Yeah, this is tempeh that I shallow fry earlier. We cut it and we shallow fry it.
Yeah.
You have to shallow fry it so you bring out the flavor.
Just like tempe orek, ya, Chef?
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly like
tempe
orek. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly like orek. So after you shallow fry it, you mince it. You mince it, right? And then you add, like here, we have here mushrooms.
A bit of
yeah?
mushrooms.
We have mushrooms. We have a carrot.
Carrots.
We have a little bit of onion in here. We have green onions in here. We add egg and a little bit of flour. Yeah.
Okay.
And when we mix this up, what is mixing this up? Just my assistant.
How
She
much
mix
egg
it.
did you use?
Here we
Two
have
eggs?
2 eggs.
Two eggs,
Yeah,
okay.
it depends how much you do, right?
Okay.
Here we use 2 eggs, and she even adds more, so it's much more. Yeah, but this will basically, you don't give the entire thing because you make like a bakwan basically.
Right.
How do you call it? In English, maybe it's a fritter, right? When you have a corn fritter or you have like a potato fritter, right? This is basically a tempeh fritter, but we don't fry it. We steam it.
steam it.
So we mix this all together, and then we will put it in nicely cups like this because it's for kids. Yeah, and then so it has a form. So when you steam it, the egg and the flour will keep it together. So you have a very nice and flavorful steamed tempeh cake, basically. Yeah? So I have here some inside already. Yeah. So the concept is basically like you see here. I don't know. You have a camera here. So here we mix the dough already. Basically the tempeh, the little bit flour, a bit the vegetables, and the egg all together. You have like this. Yeah. You have it like this, for example. Yeah.
Spoon.
And then you mix it manually with a spoon, and then you basically put it into the steamer. You can add, like, to make it nice, you add a little bit of carrots on top, like shredded carrots.
It also adds colors to make it
adds
prettier,
colors, like
Chef.
you see.
Yeah.
But you can
Ooh,
add
so
also
pretty.
chili if you want. If you want it spicier, add some chilies on it. We put chilies, but we take out the seeds. We use the big red chilies. So it looks nice, but it's not spicy.
Okay,
Yeah? For
but
kids,
as we
maybe.
know, Chef, Indonesians love spicy.
Then you add some burnt ice chilies as much as you want, so it really burns, right? Yeah, anyway, so this is how we do it. And then you put it in the steamer, right? So I have here that the steamer is already going. I have already some ready ones in the steamer, right?
Oh, okay.
So maybe
Put
you
them
want
in
to have
advance.
maybe you want to have a look here. Here, this is basically how it looks. Can you see this?
Of course.
Maybe
Oh
I
my
can. Where's the
God.
camera? So maybe I can show this like this. So you have
Moment of
the
truth.
ready ones like this. Yeah.
Guys, can you see it?
No. Okay. I'll take one out. I'll take one out. So for you to see. One
Oh my
second.
God. I think this is the first time in my life I've seen bakwan
Okay.
steamed.
This is how it looks like once you steam it. Once you take it out of the form, this is how it looks like, right? So she's going to put the other ones below. They will steam. This one is hot, already ready. You smell it maybe already. So, yeah. Again, the variation, you can, like we put some mushrooms inside there. We put some carrots. You can put any vegetable you want to put in it, yeah, to make it interesting, to make it more healthier also. Like you said, my assistant, she just put the carrots very fresh inside there, right? So we try all to keep the nutrition the way it is, right? So when you see it's nicely steamed, that will be later one part of the rice box that, because in the rice box you have to have like animal protein, but you have to also vegetable protein, right? So that will be the vegetable part. Yeah? Okay.
It represents the vegetable protein.
So the second one that we will be doing is tempeh satay bacam. Yeah?
Okay, so we're moving on to the second menu.
Yeah, I move on to the second menu because this is now steaming, right? If anyone has questions, just ask me. Yeah, I'm here to also answer questions.
Anytime you guys have questions, just raise your hands and we'll give you microphones.
But I mean, question that relates to this dish. Otherwise, if you want me to explain other dishes, that's going to take too long time. Yeah. So yeah, we have another one. This is this tempeh bacam satay. This is for kids, for example. Yeah. So what do we do with this one? This is tempeh that we cut the tempeh, and then we braise this tempeh. We braise it with galangal, with palm sugar, with tamarind, with salam leaf, apa lagi? And coriander seeds, right? And salt, of course. We braise it in a broth like that until it absorbs the flavor, and then we cool it down. We cool it down. And when once it's cooled down, once it's cold, we make like satays like this, and then we pan fry it basically, right? Okay. Minyak nanti.
I would love to help, but I haven't washed my hands.
Just a little bit oil, not too much. You want to help?
For sure, Chef.
Okay. So, like you see this one, right? And because it was cooked in palm sugar, when you grill it or when you pan sear it, it caramelizes very quick. Yeah? So that's actually the importance of it. So this is basically we pan sear it. Okay, I make here a little bit more. It's coming. Any questions? Why everybody so quiet?
What's the name of the dish again, chef? The second one?
Yang ini?
Yeah, this one.
Sate tempe bacam.
Satay tempe bacem. Oh, so it's a bit sweet.
Yeah, it's a
right?
bit sweet because you
Yeah.
have palm sugar and you have a tamarind in here. But you know, you can, because usually when you have bacam, it's very dark, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it depends how long you cook it. So you don't need to cook it that long.
It doesn't
Otherwise,
have to
it's
be that
going to be
dark.
too sweet
Yeah.
and too...
I'm also excited about our third menu, the nugget one.
Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest challenge, chef, in cooking this?
The biggest challenge is to cook it consistently, same all the time. That's always the biggest
Right.
challenge.
Consistency is the key, right?
Consistency is always a challenge,
Yeah.
you know this. In any cooking, whatever you do, consistency is a challenge. And especially for the people that cook, like for the kids, how many 1,000 dishes, 2,000, 3,000, the challenge is to have everything in the same quality.
Yeah. And maybe for
that's the challenge.
parents who have like very limited time to cook.
Exactly.
Can you like estimate how long does it take for you to cook one dish for this tempeh bacem?
Okay,
Yeah.
the tempeh bacem, I think this is something that you can prepare in advance, right? When you do tempeh bacem like this, you cook it the day before, yeah, and then you can keep it, and then the next day you just cure it, and then you pan sear
Do
it,
a bit
right?
of meal preparation
Exactly,
first.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you don't basically
Start from scratch.
start from scratch.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it will take too long. You see, this is already done. Look at this.
It smells so good. Can you guys smell it?
Oh, that was a quick answer. I'm not sure, is everybody hungry or what? Why you asking so
I
quick?
think so, chef, because like it's 3:30.
Okay.
Of course, people are
You
starting
can
to get
see this,
hungry.
yeah? This is how it looks like after you sear it quickly. Okay. So you see, it takes very quick color because it's caramelized, right? So now,
So it's a bit
what
dark.
I'm going to do is I'm going to move this first because this is hot. Okay. So we're gonna do now. I will explain to you how we make the nuggets, right?
nuggets.
Okay. The nugget also I will fry it in oil, but not too much. We shallow fry it, not too. Okay.
A bit of fried is okay, chef.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still acceptable.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think for younger generation, for kids, they will love the fried dishes more.
Yes, I
right?
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we go to the tempeh nugget. Yeah. You can see here. This is the tempeh nugget here. This is how it looks like. Yeah. So the process to make this one takes a while. You have to, like I said earlier, you shallow fry the tempeh very quick, and then you mince the tempeh. Yeah. You mince it and then you mix it with, like before, with various vegetables.
Okay.
You can put mushroom in it and other things, right?
Yeah.
And then you roll it. You roll it in a plastic wrap. You roll it and then you steam it. You
How
steam
long
it.
do you
You
steam
steam it until it's cooked inside.
Until it's cooked.
Right?
Okay, it's properly
You
cooked.
steam it.
Yeah.
And after you steam it, you take it out. You cool it down, like we have it here. It's cooled down, and then you
The crumbles.
yeah. And then you basically have an egg wash and you put it into the breadcrumb. And you have basically your nuggets. And then you put in breadcrumb and
To
then
make
you...
sure it's crispy, because for nuggets, crisp is like the most important element of it,
Exactly,
right?
and then you
Yeah.
pan sear it.
Yeah.
But to make sure that the tempeh has to be cooked before. Right?
Okay. It has to be done before.
So when you look, it looks actually like a nugget. You see, that looks like a nugget basically, right? So,
Who likes nuggets here?
kenapa? Diperambat sedikit. Okay. Yes, sir. You have questions? No? Anybody questions? No? I thought you put your hand.
No. I asked like, yeah, they love nuggets.
Okay. Excellent.
So like they're all excited to
Okay.
taste
Okay.
the
Excellent.
soybean nuggets.
That's the question. When can I eat? When can I try? That's a very good question. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. So, They want to make it slower. No problem.
Because I remember, Chef, even when I was little, like my parents used to give me nuggets all the time,
Yeah.
but it's always the chicken nuggets, you know?
Yeah.
It's never soybean nuggets. So I think it gives a little bit of variation as well to the children's menu.
Every kids, they like nuggets.
Right.
But you know, to be honest with you, me as a chef also sometimes and once in a while, I want the nuggets, you know. It's just a thing, you know. And I tell you, if any chef tells you differently, they lie. It's like a thing with chefs, you know. You can have chefs sitting on a table, and then you put French fries in the middle. I tell you, in 10 minutes, it's gone. Because everybody will eat it, yeah. So, okay. Let me fry this one. Let me see whether this is already... Okay, give me another 2 minutes. The oil is not hot enough.
Chef
So I
Degan,
can slow it down. Yes?
this is where it gets exciting because we have another guest
Okay.
that will join our cooking session.
Excellent.
Yes. So I would love to invite Mr. Luke Lindberg as
Thanks.
USDA Undersecretary for Trade and Foreign.
Thanks.
Wow.
Oh my God.
How are you doing,
Hi,
sir?
nice to
Welcome.
meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Look at this full room.
Look, it's full.
Everybody showed up. Thank you for coming, everybody. How's it going?
Hi.
Here.
Hi, Luke.
Hey, how are
so
you?
Nice to
Good
meet
to meet you too.
Jasmine.
Thank you. Yes, Jasmine.
Yeah.
Wonderful. It smells delicious in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Actually,
cukup segini.
today we're going to make 3 dishes.
Okay.
The first one is
I think I like
bakwan,
it.
but instead of being fried like usual, it's steamed.
Okay.
Yeah, soybean, and it's based on soybean
So
as
let
well.
me explain to
Yeah.
you.
Yes, please.
Bakwan is actually a fritter in Indonesia, right?
So-
It's a fritter, and usually what you do is you can the original bakwan is just vegetables, and then sometimes they put prawns inside there. Sometimes they put other like shrimps or chicken, right? But we've done this with tempeh.
Brilliant.
So basically vegetables, tempeh, egg to bind it together, a bit of flour, just a little bit, and then usually it's been deep fried,
Ah.
but we steam it because
Okay.
it's for kids. So we try to
So
make
it's
it
bakwan with a twist.
healthier. Right?
Mantab.
Yeah, mantap, mantap.
Mantap.
So we try to use different cooking methods.
Okay.
Because tempeh is mostly known for fried, is mostly fried, right?
Okay.
And people know it mostly being fried. But we have a couple different ways. We steam it. We have here already some ready. You can try it
Yum.
later. if you
Oh,
want to. We have here some
okay.
ready already. And then one fried element you have to have for kids, and that's tempeh nuggets. So we
Oh.
make tempeh nuggets.
I love that.
Instead of chicken nuggets, we do tempeh nuggets.
Perfect.
Which is now being fried here over there.
One of my
right?
kids' favorites back at home,
Right?
chicken nuggets. So I'm sure these are delicious, and the kids here love them too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a dish that all kids love. Not
That's
only
great.
kids, adults also.
Yeah, right.
And then the third one is like a tempeh satay, which we just did.
You just
This
did.
is basically tempeh, which we braise with various spices, palm sugar,
Yum.
and tamarind, right?
Oh, sounds
And then
delicious.
we braised it until all the flavor it's absorbed by the tempeh. We cool it down. We make it into satay. Then either you can grill it or you can pan-sear it
Wow.
the way you want it. So
Amazing.
same, yeah.
In Indonesian, we call it bacem.
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 Bacem. Okay.
Yeah.
Bacem.
They come in different variations. Sometimes they're very dark brown because they reduce it very long time with a lot of palm sugar, very sweet. But this one is not that sweet. If you want
Okay,
to try,
you can try it.
Yes,
And
of
these
course.
soybeans came off of Mike McCraney's farm, right?
Exactly.
You're gonna try one with me?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
cheers.
can try with you. Cheers. Cheers.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
a very good.
little bit sweetness. There's a
I
little
like
bit
the sweetness. That's what I like. Palm sugar.
Yes,
and tamarind.
exactly.
Very good.
It's
I
a
can have
good-
another one?
You can have another
Okay.
one, please. You can finish it if you want.
That's good.
Okay. Then you need, since you're here,
Ooh.
you need to try also
Uh-oh.
the steam cake, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
This is the one we steamed earlier, right?
Wow.
From
Nice.
the 3 dishes,
Nice.
which one are you most excited about, Mr. Luke?
I mean, it's hard to beat nuggets.
Right.
So
That's what I've been saying as well.
No, I mean
those are
nuggets.
good Super Bowl food. Nuggets.
Yeah,
Chicken
that's
nuggets.
yeah, exactly. Super Bowl
Tempeh
food.
nuggets for
Here,
Super Bowl.
you can. We didn't prepare any sauce here, but you can actually add chili sauce with it, tomato ketchup, or soy sauce. You know, whatever you
So
want.
what
to
else
do.
is in here? Is that mushrooms?
That's mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
That's the mushrooms.
Carrots.
You have carrots in there. We have
Yeah.
what do you want? Spring onions. We have in there, right? So and then
So this is healthy for kids all
yes,
around
of course.
too. Yeah,
yes,
this
yes,
is great.
Yes.
Love it. All right. You're not going to try one with me again?
Please.
Okay.
I can try. I'm trying from this morning until now. It's hot.
Oh, hot.
Water.
Take your time.
Masih ada mangkok? It's hot.
Enak.
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 Okay.
Enak.
Yeah.
Approved.
Enak. Very good. Thank you.
Masuk.
I
Okay.
like the flavor in that's really delicious.
Yeah.
They're very lots of different flavors. The
Yeah, it's.
mushrooms and the
I think that's what makes the dish interesting is that
It's flavorful.
we're not just to tempeh, but we also put some vegetables in there, right? You can spring on it. If you want to add even Indonesian spice paste, you can do, right?
You can make it spicy as well.
Yeah, yeah, you can put. You can make
maybe not
spicy.
do. I sweat too much when I eat spice. I'm not Indonesian. I'm American.
That's okay. So you see, and then nuggets.
The nuggets.
The nuggets very hot.
We
You
got
wanna
some
try?
like ketchup for that nuggets, or what are we gonna do with those?
I-
Barbecue sauce,
I don't-
ranch. I'm from the Midwest.
Yeah,
we eat a lot of ranch
that's what
dressing in the
you
Midwest.
need to put.
Mike knows a
ranch-
thing or two
I
about
don't
ranch
I
dressing.
don't have the ketchup here, yet.
Okay.
But last time when I was in the States, they did a very nice ketchup. The farmer that I went to the farm, to the soybean farm, they also produce ketchup.
Tomato
It's
ketchup.
really
Okay.
good.
Have you ever had
Please
Chick-fil-A sauce?
Try.
No.
This is your spoon. Maybe
All
you
right.
can use the same spoon.
Oh, it didn't go over so well.
It's hot.
Very hot.
Take your
What-
time.
what
It's
is the
very
oil
hot.
What is the oil you're dipping in?
It's the oil that we use.
Yeah.
It's soybean oil, I think.
Aha.
Have it here.
Oh. Oh.
It's good.
Very good. Mm.
Is it approved for the
Oh,
Super
goodness.
Bowl dish?
Yeah.
The Super Bowl snack?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I have a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old at home, and they would definitely eat this.
Love that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Very good.
That's basically the purpose of it. So you have kids needs to be they need to be excited.
Yeah.
You know, when you have a tempeh dish, they need to be excited for all different dishes, right?
Yep.
And that's what we try to do to make it exciting. They're not always the same, but that's a good way to fry it. It looks
man.
almost like a chicken, right?
Oh, it's so good. We need to give some to our friends in the audience.
Yeah,
Who
we
wants to-
have
who wants to have a
boxes
nugget?
later
Oh,
that
okay, all right.
we give out, and we actually made a sample of the box for the kids.
We'll
that
have
we have
kids
outside.
to try
We have,
out
to
our
try also
dishes
the
as well
yeah.
to make sure that it's suitable for not just adults like us,
Yeah.
but also for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
amazing. I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
You eat the whole
It's okay,
thing.
eat the whole thing.
There's much more to eat when you want to. Here, half bowl of it, and then you can try. We have everybody
so
else
good.
to try.
Oh my,
Here we go.
adorable.
What's your
your name? Siapa namanya?
Almira.
Almira.
Nice to meet you.
Umurnya berapa Almira?
7 tahun.
7 tahun. What about you? What's your name?
Ini saya potong.
Syahla.
Salah.
Iya.
And what about you? The most handsome one?
Yes, Batman.
Alvar.
Alvar.
Alpha. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you all.
Do you like Batman?
Are you a fan of Batman?
Suka Batman?
Ini
Suka Batman?
bajunya
Oh, no.
Batman soalnya.
Do you know how Batman got strong?
I could tell that he is a fan.
he's a big fan.
Yeah. He's a big fan.
Batman got strong eating lots of protein. Yeah, this is all good protein for you to get strong like Batman. All right?
Adik-adik semangat gak mau cobain makanannya? Oke, yuk kita ke tengah yuk.
Okay. Come try some?
Yuk, let's
Oh,
go.
good. Yeah, okay.
Oke, kita mulai dari mana, Chef? Yang
Mulai
pertama
dari sini aja.
dicicipin?
Yang dikukus dulu ya.
Yang dikukus dulu ya. Gorengnya terakhir gak apa-apa ya, Dek ya? Maunya yang goreng ya?
Ini
Alvar
awas
maunya
ini.
yang goreng ya?
Maunya goreng pasti. Goreng terakhir. Coba lihat itunya. Ini Dek. Siapa yang duluan?
Oh, it's hot.
Siapa? Almira?
Panas tapi ditiup dulu ya.
Blow on it.
Tiup dulu ya.
Pelan-pelan ya. Oh,
Oh, there you go.
supaya
Nah.
nggak tumpah, dipakai
Coba
piringnya.
ini.
Yum.
Oke.
Pegang dulu.
Makannya pelan-pelan.
Ini. Satu lagi, pegang. Nah, saya kasih sendok ya.
Jadi ini bakwan tapi dikukus deh, nggak digoreng.
Nih. Gimana rasanya? Kok nggak ada sausnya, Chef?
Thumbs up, thumbs up. Give
Yeah.
thumbs up.
Enoch?
Enak?
Enoch? Hey.
Kurang garam? Panas ya? Panas ya?
Hot.
Masih
Panas.
panas,
Pelan-pelan
Chef.
dulu,
Masih
pelan-pelan dulu.
panas, Chef.
Oke,
Water him.
tak kasih satu lagi ya. Nih. Oke, ini ya tak kasih yang gorengan dulu deh. Ini pasti enak nih. Tapi ini panas ya. Ini kita potong
Pelan-pelan
aja.
ya,
Kita
makannya
potong aja
ya.
dulu ya.
Iya, dipotong dulu deh,
Kita
Chef,
potong
biar
aja.
nggak kepanasan.
Ini sama Bude dipotong nih sama Bude.
Bude.
Nah,
Makasih Bude.
coba sini piringnya tak kasih ya.
Yes. Don't worry, we saved the best for last.
Ini coba sana piringnya.
Tadi kalau nugget suka nggak nugget? Biasanya nugget ayam ya makannya ya. Nah ini nugget tapi dari kedelai. Coba ya enak apa enggak?
Coba ditiup-tiup dulu ya, Dek. Piringnya tolong. Nah. You know the thing with children, they never lie. If it's not good, they say no. That's a challenge cooking for
Yes.
children. It's always a challenge.
It's
you know.
very true. You.
They're the most
So-
honest critics ya Chef.
Yes.
And
Gimana?
Enak
Oh,
nggak?
kalau sudah makan yang gorengan, yang lain nggak mau nanti. Panasan yo.
Masih kepanasan.
Ditiup dulu deh, ditiup dulu. Nggak
Nggak
usah
apa-apa,
dimakan.
pelan-pelan
bukan
aja
ini.
makannya.
Ini tak kasih satu lagi ini ya.
satu lagi.
boleh dipegang.
Tapi pelan-pelan aja biar nggak
Nah.
kepanasan.
you're going to be
Ini-
Batman before the end of the day, man.
Tak kasih satu lagi, tapi nggak usah dihabisin ya, karena gede.
Maybe Superman even.
Kenapa? Nih, tak kasih lagi ya.
Aha.
Oke.
Enak nggak? Enak. Enak Chef.
Enak.
It's good.
Enak.
Enough, yeah.
Good.
Approve.
Hey.
Pokoknya nggak usah khawatir, besok ibu akan masak ini di rumah.
Oke.
Enak? Ya boleh dibawa ke belakang, nanti tak kasih boxnya ya.
Coba tanya Almira deh. Almira paling suka yang mana? Nugget, bakwan, atau tempe bacem? Suka tiga-tiganya Chef katanya Chef.
itu polite.
Itu polite.
It's a polite answer.
Oke, terima kasih adik-adik. Boleh kembali, terima kasih banyak. Aku anterin ya. Yuk,
Let's say thank
terima
you. Yeah,
kasih.
thank you.
Tepuk tangan buat adik-adiknya. Udah approve ya sama adik-adiknya, berarti udah pasti disukain sama anak-anak, sama the younger generation.
There we go.
Gitu.
You want to try? I have tissues here. If you want, that's another one. Try one.
Nah, sekarang giliran penonton,
Okay, you want to try?
teman-teman, adik-adik yang penasaran, boleh cobain cicipin juga.
Mau try? Mau coba? Ayo, monggo. Tapi tisunya nanti saya bawa. Ya. Nah, mau coba? Okay. Somebody, maybe you need to try. You are the
Yes.
one who produces the stuff. Try. This is the nugget one. Please. Try some.
Pak Lindberg,
There we go. Want to try? It's hot.
Yeah.
Huh? Please. Try.
I know we're all excited to try the food,
Yes.
There you go.
but while we're eating
I make
and
have some more.
trying the food
Yes.
that
Yes.
is like
Okay.
made so amazingly by Chef Degan, of course, maybe you can give a closing remark.
I
So,
can.
the floor is yours, Mr. Luke Lindberg, as USDA Undersecretary for Trade and Foreign Agricultural Affairs.
Thank you very much. Hey, everybody, again, thank you, and apologies that I was a few minutes late, but I hope you enjoyed today's demonstration and conversation. Let's give it up for a couple of our soybean farmers who came all the way to Indonesia here with us this week. what a joy it is to hear the story of how American soy is raised in America by guys like Mike McCraney in my home state of South Dakota, doing it in a sustainable way that makes the land healthy, that makes people healthy, that gives us a chance to feed and provide nutrition to folks all around the world, whether it's young kids like the ones who were just up here today, or folks like yourselves who get a chance to incorporate these key ingredients into your diet. So we just want to say on behalf of all of our farmers in the United States that we are so appreciative that Indonesia is a great partner for U.S. soy, and we continue to want to work together to meet the nutritional needs that you all have here in Indonesia and be a reliable, consistent, sustainable partner for you going forward. So again, thank you all very much for being with us here today. It's my great honor to be with you for a few days here in Indonesia, and we look forward to this partnership being very fruitful for both parties for the long term. So thank you again for being here, and look forward to seeing you all again soon. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. And maybe you can throw away the balloons.
The balloons.
As you notice, this balloon represents soybeans.
Yes.
So thank you very much for coming, and I would like to close this talk show as well as cooking demo. I hope you guys had a great time, and for those of you who have tasted the soybean meals, I hope you guys enjoyed as well. Once again, I'm Jasmine Rachmadi. Maaf kalau ada salah-salah kata. Thank you very much, and hope you guys have a nice afternoon.
Yes. Mantab.
Ara.
Okay.
Okay, everyone, can we have another round of applause? Yes, I would like to thank our speakers and also our moderator today for such a very wonderful discussion, and also to our chef, Chef Degan, for a very wonderful cooking demonstration as well. And thank you to everyone involved in our event today. Thank you to our audience as well. And we hope that everyone here gained a lot of insights and also knowledge from today's event and also today's discussion. And everyone, if you're interested in attending more events here in America, don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms at AT America on our Instagram, X, Facebook, and also YouTube. And also please visit our website at www.atamerica.or.id for more information and also updates about Ad America. Once again, everyone, thank you so much for your participation today. Can we have another round of applause? Yes. Thank you so much, everyone. My name is Ara, and see you at the next Ad America event. Thank you, everyone.